it's Mia, and today I never know to talk right now, because if nobody's on, I'm like, do I talk? Do I wait for people to join? Anyway, I will be talking about my favorite books. I don't know if I should talk or not right now, so I need people to join, folks. Let's get on it. I wonder if my post on Instagram posted. Okay, here we go. Here I am. Okay. Hey guys, so today I don't know if you saw from the story on Instagram, but I'm going to be talking about, it's funny, it says there's only one person on, but I see more comments. I'm confused. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about my favorite books that I read in 2020. I read 50 books in 2020, and most of it is because of the app Goodreads. I highly suggest it. You can set yourself a little reading challenge, which I am a big fan of. Anyway, so download Goodreads. You don't have to. This isn't an ad or anything. I just like it. And I'm going to be talking about, oh no, what did I just do? I'm going to be talking about all my favorite books, and there's a lot of them, so I'm going to go fast. Also, hello everyone. Okay, I just barely, well, not just barely, yeah, this is the last book I finished. It was called Language of Flowers by Vanessa. I think her name's like Diffenbach. It was really good. Someone said, I'm a simple person. The title says books and shows me I click. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, and Merry Christmas, guys. That happened a while ago. Anyway, it's called Language of the Flowers. I liked it a lot. It's about a orphan girl who's growing up, and there's this thing called the Language of the Flowers that was back in like Victorian times, and they would use flowers to like communicate, and it's a cool story. The next one is also, tell me if you guys have read any of these. I don't know if you have, because, well, you've definitely read some of them, but tell me if you guys have read any of these. The next book was My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand. That one is really, really funny. I'm a fan of it. It's a story about, oh, my heater just turned on because our room is always freezing. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, My Lady Jane. It's a book about, like, King Edward and how Lady Jane was only queen for like a couple days. Anyway, but it's not actually a historical thing. It's like fantasy. It's a funny book, and I highly suggest it. The next one, this one was a series. The first book was called Luck and Love. The second book was called Love and Gelato, and they're just cute little romances that I liked a lot. The main reason I liked them is because they take place in, like, the first one takes place in, oh no, the first one takes place in Italy, and the guy's very cute. And the second one takes place in Ireland. Like, how can you not like the book, folks? Anyway, and there's a third one that's called Love and Olives, and it takes place in Greece, and I have that one. I just got it for Christmas, but I haven't started reading it yet. Oh, and that one's by Jenna Evans Welch. The next one is Princess of Glass by Jessica Day George. This is the second. Someone said they're not much of a reader. If you're not much of a reader, you're probably not going to enjoy this video very much. But anyway, the other book is Princess of Glass by Jessica Day George, and it is about, it's the second in a series, and the first book is called Princess of the Midnight Ball, and it's like the 12 Dancing Princesses, and it's a different take on it, and this one is like a different take on Cinderella, and they're really good. Also, someone said their mom is a librarian. When I'm a grandma, I want to be a librarian so badly. Anyway, someone said, did I have a good Christmas? Yes, I did. Someone said you should publish a book. Funny story, when I was in first grade, we like wrote like, what do I want to be when I grow up? And I was like, I want to be an author. I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm like relatively good at writing like argumentative essays in language arts, but I don't know if I'd ever write a book. Who knows? Who knows? Oh, the next one is called Not If I Save You First by Allie Carter. This one is just another cute little romance. It's not like the little romances that I mentioned, most of them are not like very in-depth or anything, but they're just cute and fun. This one's about, this one sounds kind of funny when you describe it. It's about, it's about the president's son and the president's secretary's daughter. Not secretary's, security guard's daughter. And they get like separated. It's this whole thing, but it's nice and fun. Then there's, ooh, this is my family's favorite series. We talk about it all the time. It's the Goose Girl series, or the Books of Bayern, and it's Goose Girl, Anna Burning, River Secrets, and Forestborn. And this year I've already read all of them before, but I reread the first three, and I didn't reread Forestborn, but it's a really good book. Anyway, it's just like a fairy tale book, and like most of the time I would say like when I say like my little romances, but this one is not a little romance one. This one is a work of art. They're amazing. And they're by Shannon Hale. And they're so good, and like they're not just like, I mean obviously boys and girls can read any book, but a lot of books are more aimed towards like, I don't know. But my brother Anson was like, I don't want to read it, but we forced him to, and he loved it. And so did all, oh no. I have to go grab a charger, my phone's at 20%. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I know what I was saying. We've made like Robbie and Anson read it, and they all love it. So it's a good book for everyone. Goose Girl and End of Burning and River Secrets and Forest Barn, and they're all by Shannon Hale. I have, see how long this list is, guys? We're gonna be here forever. Well, someone said please, but I don't know. Someone said they live in Ireland. I want to go to Ireland so badly. I feel like it'd be so fun. So fun. Well, so the setup I have right here is a shoebox and a candle, and that is how my phone is being propped up. So let's hope it lasts. What was the next one? Oh, the next one is Dragon Slippers, another book by Jessica DeGeorge. Someone said, hi, oh, hi, I'm gonna say your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Hi, Alpha Shiara. Oh, so sorry, but hi. Favorite Harry Potter book. My favorite Harry Potter book is probably Chamber of Secrets. I'm gonna have to reread them again pretty soon, but I don't know, I like that one. It's like mysterious, I don't know. Anyway, next book. Oh, Dragon Slippers by Jessica J. George. This one is another kind of like kids book, but it's really fun and I like it. It's about dragons. Take a guess. Someone said, yeah, I was about to, okay, so Michael Koski just said Goose Girl series by Shannon Hale, and he asked me if I've read Princess Academy, which Princess Academy is on my list later. Princess Academy is also by Shannon Hale, and it's a great book, and it's so interesting about these girls who live in the mountain in this tiny town, and they go to an academy to learn to be princesses, but they like, it's such a good book. This is another one that we listened to it, well, I read it aloud on the way to Idaho with Camry, Ari, and Anson. And Anson was like, ugh, I guess you guys can read this book aloud. And then, like, by the end, Anson was like, Mia, you can't just stop reading. Yeah, it's a great book, and, the end is so good. Someone said, have you read Six Crows? I have not read Six Crows. Maybe let me write it down. Another thing about Goodreads, the app, is you can keep a list of the books you want to read and all the books you've read, and that's why I like it, because I like very organized things. Anyway, Six Crows. Someone said Princess Academy is great. It's such a good book. I'm really a fan of it. Okay. Someone said, have you ever read Graceling by Kristen Cashore? I have. That was one of the books I read this year. I liked it a lot. It was really interesting, and I remember. So the concept is that if you were born with two different color eyes, you have like a power, and some people's powers are like climbing really well or like swimming, but this one girl's power is like the ability to kill. She's like really good at killing. Anyway, it's a really interesting book, and it's by, I can't remember who it's by. They said it earlier. Graceling by Kristen Cashore. Yeah, it's a good book. Someone says, have you read Wonder? And we had this thing in 6th grade where you read a bunch of books and then you had to remember, like, you would get points if you remember to the author and they ask you questions about it. So I used to know who Wonder was by because that was one of the books I read, and I read all of them. Oh my gosh, people are like asking if I've read all the books that I've read for, I read them for school. But yes, I have read Wonder. I sobbed a lot because it's a really sad book, but it's really good. And I liked, R.J. Palacio. I knew that one. Someone said, Tuesdays in the Castle. My cousin suggested that book to me, and I haven't read it yet. But it's by Jessica DeGeorge, so I'm sure I'd like it. And someone says, have you read From Escape from Mr. Lemontello's Library by Chris Grabenstein? I have read that book. That's another one I read in 6th grade, and it is very fun. Okay, next book. This is so fun. I like talking about books, guys. I can't remember where it was. Oh, okay, the next book is, someone said, have you read, I keep on getting distracted. Someone said, have you read The Red Queen? I have. I liked it a lot. That one is about, someone just asked if you've read The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and I know this isn't the same thing because every single time I'm like, have you read Ella Enchanted? And they're like, no, but I've seen the movie. I'm like, shut up. No offense to the movie Elle Enchanted, but I hate it, and it's awful. And the reason why is because people who've just seen the movie Elle Enchanted are like, oh, it's great. But I'm like, have you read the book? Because they changed the plot line entirely. Anyway, so I haven't read Boy in the Striped Pajamas, but I've watched the movie, and it's so sad. I was so sad. Okay, I'm going to talk about this book real quick, and then I'll look at more comments. This one is The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson. If you've read the Mistborn series, this is like a second series. So it talks about like the same concept and everything, but it's different characters, and it's like kind of like steampunkish, but like also not. It's fun, and one of the characters is really funny, and I liked it a lot. Someone said, have you read Caraval? That's another book I read this year. I liked it a lot. That one is about, it's about this game where you never know if it's like, people play this big game and you never know if it's like part of the game or like real life. And that one was trippy. That one was very confusing, but a very good book. And then there was, oh, this one. Okay, pause the comments, guys. This one needs to be talked about. This is Warriors Don't Cry, and it's an autobiography. I'm pretty sure it's an autobiography. Yeah, it is. By Melba Patillo Beals. My handwriting is really bad. This book is beautiful. It is about the first African-American students to go to Little Rock, to go to a white high school in Little Rock, Arkansas, I think it is. And it's beautiful. So everyone should go read that. Warriors Don't Cry by Melba Patillo Beals. Go read it. Then there's, where was I? Oh, this is such a good book. Not in the way that Warriors Don't Cry is, because like that one you should read for like to change your life. This one also changes your life. It's such a good book, and the writing is amazing. This one is Life Expectancy by Dean Koontz, and it is so good, guys. Life Expectancy is kind of a book where you have to like set up like you have to give yourself like, depends on how fast you read, but you have to give yourself like 2 free days, because once you start reading it, like you cannot stop. It's ridiculous. It's like a mystery, like thriller kind of, not like thriller, but it's like gets your heart pumping, and like a comedy. What's the word? The dialogue in it is so good. It's just like so like fast paced, and it's amazing. So, Life Expectancy, Dean Koontz. It's like, how does it? It's Koontz. I think it's Koontz, but I don't know. You would think, being the reader that I am, that I would know how to pronounce these authors' names. But no. Someone said, Mia, how old are you? I am 15, and I just got my permit the other day. So, that's fun. Except driving, I was like, I'm so excited to drive. And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, this is really scary. Someone said, have you read Land of Stories? I have not, but my friend keeps on suggesting to me, and I need to read it because I think I would like it. Someone says, have you read any of these? Percy Jackson and the Olympians, Kane Chronicles, Heroes of Olympus. I have read Percy Jackson and Heroes of Olympus. I haven't read Kane Chronicles, but Anson really liked that book. And fun story about the Heroes of Olympus, I made a bet with Anson, and I was like, I will read all of Heroes of Olympus, all 5 books that are each like 400 pages, I don't know, if you will read just Goose Girl. And he was like, yeah. He didn't read Goose Girl until this year, and that was back in 5th grade. I was pissed. I was mad at Anson. It's been a grudge I still hold. Okay, ooh, the next book is Darkest Minds. This is like I think it's a youth fiction. I don't know what, yeah. It's about people with powers, kind of. They made a movie about it, and it's really fun. It's by Alexandra Bracken. This is the next one. Someone said, did you get your braces off? I did, and I'm so happy about it. Guys, I hated braces so much. I hated braces so much, so I'm so happy to have them off. Thank you to my orthodontist, McDonough Orthodontist. Okay, what was I talking about? Oh, I read To Kill a Mockingbird this year, which is funny because I was in To Kill a Mockingbird when I was 11, and I played Scout, but I had not read the book yet. And anyway, I read it. It's a beautiful book. You should go read it. It's by Harper Lee. So, oh, someone said in Idaho we can start learning to drive when we're 14. I know. I'm like, what's that about? Someone said, what about Heidi or Little Women? I don't know. Am I talking the speed of so fast? Am I talking so fast, guys? Because I swear the words are just coming out. My mom told me to read Heidi, and oh no. My mom told me to read Heidi. I haven't read it yet. But I was just about to talk about Little Women. I read Little Women this year, I think a week ago or something. And it's an amazing book. I skipped that one on accident. Did I skipped like 4 of these. You guys are throwing me off. Anyway, I read Little Women this book. I obviously already knew the story, but it's such a good book. It's really good, and I cried a lot, but it is what it is. I was sitting in my bed, and me and Ari share a room, but she was quarantined because Ari had COVID. Luckily, she quarantined in our basement, but she came to like drop off her dog, and I was sitting here like sobbing because something happens in the book, which I'm pretty sure most of us know, but I'm not gonna say it just in case. Anyway, I'm like sobbing, and Ari comes in, and she's like, what? And I like told her, and obviously she knows the story too, and she's read the book, and she's like, Mia, you should probably go to bed. And I was like, okay, because I was just like crying really hard about the book. Oh, I missed so many books. I also read Counting by Sevens by Holly Goldberg Sloan. This is about a really, really smart girl who, like, anyway, she has a hard time kind of interacting with people, but it's a really fun book, and my friend Cooper suggested it to me. And then I read this book, Edenbrook, by Julianne Donaldson. This is kind of like a Jane Austen, like it's set back in that time period. Just a nice romance. It has a really good kiss in it. It's a good book. I suggest that one. I read A Christmas Carol. I've been in A Christmas Carol for 4 years, the play, at Hale Center Theater, and I have never read the book. So I finally read it, and it's crazy how, because I know the play really, really well, and it's crazy that like they just like took the book and basically put it in a play. There's obviously like some things that they had to leave out. Where was I? Oh, I'm getting actually close now, guys. The other books, this is a series. It's Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Winter, and they're all like classic fairy tales, but with a twist on them. So the first one's Cinderella, but Cinderella's a cyborg, which sounds like super, super weird, but it's really good. And then the second one's Scarlet, and it's about Little Red. That one's my favorite one, and that one's really good. And then there's Cress and Winter, and they're all by Marissa Meyer. I already talked about Princess Academy. Let me see. Let me try and look at some. Neil Patrick Harris wrote a book? I didn't know that. Maybe Neil Patrick Harris is the guy who's in How I Met Your Mother, right? And he plays Count Olaf in Series of Unfortunate Events. That's Neil Patrick Harris, right? I'm not delusional. I hope so. Anyway, me and Ari are watching How I Met Your Mother. Definitely an older show. And my mom's maybe not a fan that we're watching it. But it's really, really funny. Anyway, so don't watch it without asking your parents, folks. What was I gonna say? Someone said, have I watched Julie and the Phantoms? I have. I liked it a lot. I watched it really fast, and I quite honestly watched it because I wanted people to end up together in the end. And spoiler alert, maybe plug your ears for 30 seconds because I'm about to spoil something about Julie and the Phantoms. So plug your ears now, and when I point again, unplug your ears. So for Julie and the Phantoms, I'm so mad they didn't kiss in the end. That's like the whole reason I watched the whole movie, and they didn't even kiss. Okay, you can unplug your ears if you were plugging them for spoilers. Sorry if I spoiled it, but I did give you a warning. Have you read Series of Unfortunate Events? I have. Hold up. Oh, I'm almost done with my list, guys. The next one was Freckles by Jean Stratton Porter. It's a pretty like old book, and it's just written about this guy, this little boy who like lives in the forest, and he's really cute, and it's a fun story. Oh, then I read The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society by Anne Schaffer. There was a Netflix movie made by it, and it has, why can't I remember her name right now? Lily James. It has Lily James in it. Does it? I think it does. It either has Lily James in it or Daisy Ridley. One of them. Anyway, it's a really good book, and I liked it a lot. And the movie's good, too. The next one was The Hiding Place. This one is also an autobiography, I'm pretty sure, by Corrie ten Boom. And it's about her experience during World War II. And I knew it was Lily James. Anyway, it is such a good book, and it's crazy. It's like, it's crazy. So go read that one, The Hiding Place. Then, okay. Oh, the next one is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. This one is such an interesting concept. In my mind, I'm like, how do people think of these things? Anyway, it's about I can't even remember what it's about. Oh, it's about this like city in the sky that they think is abandoned. Anyway, it's crazy. Go read it. Then I only have 3 more books, guys. Then I read Rilla of Ingleside by Ella Montgomery. This is the last book in the Anne series, the Anne of Green Gables, and I love Anne of Green Gables. And my favorite Anne of Green Gables book is Anne of the Island because it's such a good romance. But probably my second favorite of the whole series is Rilla of Ingleside. It's about Anne's daughter, And it's so cute. I love it. Sober Love Ingleside by Ellen Montgomery. And then I have 2 more books. I read, my first book I read in the year was Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I already knew the story because I'd already seen the BBC series. And I actually now have seen, what was I saying? Oh, I actually have now seen both the Pride and Prejudice, the one with, like, I've seen the Colin Firth one, which is the far superior one, and I've seen the Keira Knightley one, which I still liked. But Colin Firth, it's Colin Firth, guys. How can you not? Also, it's so much more into detail, and it's beautiful. And I don't know. And the other Darcy, I'm like, he's not Colin Firth, so what can I say? But I will say in the other Pride and Prejudice, the shorter version, the like cinematography is gorgeous. They have some really pretty shots. And I think they all did good jobs. I just agree that the Colin Firth one is better, mostly for Colin Firth. And then the last book, I haven't finished this book yet. I'm like that far. I have this much left of the book. It's called A Man Called Uva. This book, really good. It's so cute, and it's so sweet and so charming, which it's actually, this sounds super, anyway, it's, when you like tell, it's kind of an interesting concept, but it's such a sweet book, and it's so charming, and everyone should read it, and it's also funny. It's about, the main character is a grumpy old man, and on the front it says, Uva is almost certainly the grumpiest man you'll ever meet, a curmudgeon with staunch principles and strict routines. Curmudgeon, that's such a fun word. Anyway, who's it by? It's by A Man Called Uva by Frederick Backman. Go read it. Those are all my books. I will answer some comments and then I will be out of here because me and my friend are watching Avatar right now. My friend Sage, it's her first time watching, and I had to convince her really hard because she was against the whole anime thing, which I'm like, first of all, Avatar is not technically an anime, and also, like, animes are fun. I haven't actually really watched any other ones besides Avatar, but Avatar is so good. I finally convinced her to watch it, though, so we're watching it right now. Anyway, I'll answer some questions real quick. What is your favorite song in Julie and the Phantoms? I've only seen it once, so I don't really remember. But I remember the one, I'm a sucker for romance, folks, so probably the one is, Julie's like singing and she's trying to annoy what's-his-face with the swoopy hair, and then they like sing together. It's cute. I'm a fan of that. Someone said, honor Zuko, yes. Also, this is another spoiler for Avatar. It's not a big one, but you know how Zuko has like his ugly like half ponytail? My friend was like, I don't know, he's still kind of cute, and I was like, just you wait until he grows his hair out. Anyway, you should read Inside Out and Back Again. It's a girl fleeing her home. I'm writing it down. 1 second. Oh no. Ooh, let's play a fun game where you guys give me book suggestions, but you have roughly 5 minutes. Maybe not even that. Inside Out and Back Again. Okay. The Great Pumpkin Suite. Fave Annie song? I don't know. Ari's been in Annie twice. Maybe 3. My family has seen Annie far too many times. It's a good show, but seen it. Probably, oh, what's the one? Easy Street. That's my favorite Annie song. Oh, Land of Stories. Stories. Also, look at my cute earrings. Cute. They're little suns. My friend Sage gave them to me. I have read Charlotte's Web before. Not in a long time, but I have read it before. Trials of Apollo. The Little Prince. I know what that book is. I haven't read it yet. Little Prince. Okay. Alex and Eliza. I just spelled Eliza with an A. Is it spelled with an A? Maybe I wasn't delusional. No, I was like, does anyone spell Eliza with an A? Have I read Secret Garden? I don't think I have, but it's on my list. I know the musical, and I feel like I have read it, but maybe I haven't. Scythe, I've actually heard about that book so many times. Boy with the Cuckoo Clock Heart. I'm intrigued. Okay, I will write down 3 more suggestions, and then I will probably be signing off. Keeper of the Lost Cities. That's another one. Did I already write that? Oh, that's the one my friend wants me to read. Keeper of the Lost Cities. The Stranger. By, who's it by? Margaret Peterson Hedix. I don't think I said that right. Okay, so I've seen Candy Floss on here several times, so I'm gonna write that one down. Oh my gosh, you guys have so many. Candy Floss. Heartless by, I do like Marissa Myers. Myers? And I don't think I have it. The Book Thief. Okay. I'm not going to write that one down because I've already read it and I love it. The Book Thief is a story about World War II, and it's told from the perspective of death, which sounds like super, like depressing, but it's really cool. Anyway, I've actually already read. Okay, I am going to sign off. Probably we'll do another live about books because this has been so fun. Thank you for listening to me rant about books. If you want to, go back and look at some of the books I suggested. Top suggestions: A Man Called Uva, the Books of Bayern series, and Life Expectancy. Oh, and Warriors Don't Cry. Those are the books I suggest. Thank you, guys. See you.